Okay, so the Giants fired their head coach Ben Mcadoo and the GM, and the owner has just came out and said like, "Oh, if there's anybody to blame about Eli Manning getting benched, which freaking ruined his streak record." By the way, which I feel bad for him about that. Uh, he said, blame me because I could have overruled it. Well, duh, you could have overruled it. You're the freaking owner. So I don't understand why in the world he didn't fire Ben McAdoo earlier in the week then. And Eli Manning obviously is going to feel completely disrespected by that too. And on the real, it's like, yeah, I understand that, you know, the owner hires the coach in order for the coach to do his thing and, like, have control over his department. You know what I mean? It's like the CEO of any major corporation, like, isn't gonna micromanage everybody all the time. Like, you gotta let people do their thing, and, like, you hire them because you have faith that they're going to do something within the power that you're giving them that's beneficial to the entire organization. However, okay, when you suck already and your team is not going to the playoffs, like, you're already eliminated from playoff contention, okay, and there's no realistic way that you're going to win that division with the Eagles basically guaranteed to win it. The only team other than that I could really see, maybe getting a random playoff push only because of their quarterback is the Washington Redskins. The Cowboys, if they did sneak in, I mean, that wouldn't even surprise me either. However, neither of them two are going to make the playoffs. That's what I'm saying right now. And on top of that, they definitely have a way greater chance, which is slim to none anyways, than the Giants. So the Giants season was done. Okay, so what in the world was the point of benching Eli? Especially because, your games are, like, pointless anyways. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, yeah, like, Eli isn't, like, the most, he's somewhat of a gunslinger. He takes chances, which is why he throws a whole crap load of freaking interceptions a lot. It's like every couple of years he's due for, like, super horrible years, and then he'll have, like, one amazing year, and then, like, as long as he has a decent defense and stuff, like, they're gonna go to the Super Bowl. But, like, this year it's like, why in the world would you bench him? Like, there's a lot of other teams that have had similar situations with their quarterbacks, like, let's say the Chargers, like the Los Angeles Chargers now, but San Diego Chargers, like with Phillip Rivers. I mean, they've had a few bad years the last decade, honestly, but they don't go benching Phillip Rivers, like, at the end of the year. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, he's a starting quarterback for a reason, and the reason why is because he gives you your best chance to win. Also, too, I'm pretty sure that he has, like, a whole crap load of jerseys sold over there. He has a lot of fans, okay, in New York. Like, he is known. He is a Manning. Okay, so I guess, like, how they say there's no such thing as bad publicity. Yeah, maybe if by benching him and stirring up stuff in the media, they can get some ratings and stuff. But, I mean, come on, man. Like, if you're going to fire Ben McAdoo, like, just fire the guy. If you're going to get rid of Eli, like, give him the respect that he's earned. He's been on the team for 2 Super Bowls. If they want to go ahead and, like, cut Eli or trade him, like, at least let him finish off the job that he expected to do in the beginning of the season, which is play out the whole season. Okay, you can't just do that in the middle of the year. Like, it's just really, really strange. And like I said too, it's not like, I don't know, like, it's one thing too, like, if Eli was having some sort of problem, like, if something came out, like, oh, behind the scenes, Eli was saying this or that to the coach, then, okay, maybe it was a little more deserving than we all think. But if there's nothing on record or any suggestion that Eli was causing any, like, locker room problems, or, he was trying to start something to, like, get Ben McAdoo fired, or he was, like, talking negative about the team, then things would make more sense. But, I mean, the guy's a class act. Like, he puts things, like, he'll put the blame on himself when he has to. Definitely does not deserve what is happening to him. Definitely he's going to lose respect for the owner. And I think he's gone after this year, honestly. Definitely, we're gonna put the blame on the owner. That's probably gonna scare a lot of people away from New York too. Um, and it's just a bad look on the Giants, you know. Um, and Eli next year, I mean, who knows where he'll play, but hopefully he gets better respect than what he's gotten this year now. Yeah, I mean they've been through a whole lot of up and downs, man. I mean they've had seasons like just as bad as this. I mean, people want to say, oh, he doesn't have Odell Beckham, which I personally think Odell is overrated, but that's a different video that I could make. Like I could make a whole bunch of videos about that. But no matter what though, I mean he's still a good player. But you gotta remember, like he had Beckham for 2 years, like, and they sucked those 2 years. Like last year was their first good year in like 4 years. Okay, and on top of that too, like there was something that came up earlier that I saw. ESPN had posted it, I think, and like the Giants have like the third longest streak of games that they have not scored 30 points. Like the only two teams ahead of them are the Bears and the Browns, and we know how horrible they've been, and the lack of quarterback play and like the bad coaching that they've had in the last couple years. That like so the streak is like 28 games or whatever. So all of last year the Giants didn't put up 30 points. That's incredible, honestly. Like that kind of brought to light for me that their offense wasn't as good as we thought they were last year. I mean, shoot, like we see 30-point games all the time. Like there's teams that average around 30 points a game. Even last year there were teams that averaged around 30 points a game. There was a lot of teams that reached 30 points multiple times that weren't even in the playoffs. So like it's like, wow, were the Giants really that overrated and overhyped? And like there was just a lot of other variables that really helped their circumstances. I mean, number one, they had a really good defense too. Gotta remember that. But it's like, well, I guess their offense wasn't as good as we thought they were. So definitely there's a lot of stuff to fix there. Everyone's like thinking that they're going to go through a rebuild process, which I think that they should. Why not? I mean, shoot, trade everybody you got for draft picks and then just completely rebuild. You might as well. But I feel bad for Eli. I hope that he finishes this season good. It really sucks that now he for certain won't be able to have that at least to catch up to his brother. Big brother won again on something with that streak. And he's playing in his brother's shadow, man, which may not be a bad thing, because if he's in Peyton's shadow, then maybe Elway might get Eli over to Denver and they can do some good football over there with him. But yeah, if you liked anything I had to say, if you ever want to talk about sports, comment below, like, subscribe, and I can't wait to talk to y'all next time.